In this video we will go into the details of the recent post of Dragon Nest 2 Evolution's notice of change of game publisher. Proxima Beta, the current publisher, has garnered massive support from the gaming community as seen by the 5 million pre-registered devices waiting for Dragon Nest 2 Evolution. Starting from August 24th, Xingsu Technology will now be the new publisher for Dragon Nest 2 Evolution. We will look up what Xingsu and its history with Dragon Nest. Xingsu Games, with relation to Shanda Games, which is known as one of the game publishers for the classic Dragon Nest PC and Dragon Nest Mobile. I see this as a possible improvement of our overall gameplay experience, as the previous handlers for the classic Dragon Nest PC and its mobile counterpart Dragon Nest Mobile will handle the mass player base of Dragon Nest 2 Evolution and quite possibly improve gameplay content, and might even release the new classes such as Academic, Assassin, and many more. Now let's jump and listen to the main topics to last night's gathering and hear what the mods and GM have to say and possible solidify answers to the questions in all our minds.
Mga mods natin, kami pa rin ang makakasama nyo. So, walang mawawala sa mga mods kasi may mga nakikita ko like if mapapalitan ba yung mga mods, something like that. Kami pa rin ang makakasama nyo. Hindi ko alam kung ayaw nyo na ba sa amin. Kaya ganon. Pero kami pa rin makakasama nyo. Okay. Let's discuss yung sa transition of accounts na mangyayari. So starting with August 24 or before August 24, lahat dapat ng mga Android users is nakalink na ang inyong and also iOS. Yung mga okay. Sa mga iOS na naka-guest account, before August 24 dapat nakalink na yung mga accounts nyo sa LI Pass. For Android, before August 24, dapat kayo din naka-bind yung account nyo with LI Pass. For Huawei users and ano ba to? Wait lang guys. Yeah, Samsung and Huawei users, ayun, please refer to the official website and the gaming community operated by the new publisher, which is Shenku. So, check nyo na lang sa official website nila or sa gaming community.
So, ang magiging ticket nyo sa transition is yung LI Pass na bind sa account nyo. So, dapat talaga secure yan bago mag-August 24. Kahit naka-dated na August 31, dapat August 24 pa lang okay na yung LI Pass bind nyo sa account. Para wala tayo magiging aberya. Kasi may period na magagamit mo pa rin naman yung account mo dun sa pag-transfer ng publishing kay Shenku. Pero may proximity time lang yon. Pag natapos yung proximity time na yun, na hindi mo pa rin nababind yung account mo sa LI Pass, madidelete yan. Doon sa August 24, nasabi na ni GM na iOS user na guest account yung gamit, need mo nang i-bind sa LI Pass. As well sa Android. Yes. Pwede kang gumawa ng LI Pass directly in-game. Sample natin sa guest account. Kunyari naka-guest account ka. Punta ka lang sa setting, account management, bind. May nakalagay doon LI Pass. LI Pass, bind ata yun. Basta ganun yung words. Tapos, click mo lang doon. Hihingian ka ng active email account. Insert mo yung email account mo doon. Anything details na hihingin nila, bigay mo, password, gagawa ka nun. Rekta in-game, makakagawa ka ng LI pass. Pag nabind mo yun, goods na. Goods ka na to transfer. Ganon din sa Google account or dun sa Facebook account na dun lang nakabind, kailangan mo din ng LI pass. In-game pa rin. Punta ka lang sa settings, management, account management, bind mo rin dun. Ang hinihingi lang kasi ng Shenku, dapat ang account mo ay naka-LI pass bind. Pag hindi ka naka-LI pass bind, possibility, talagang madidelete yan.
Okay, actually, ganito kasi yan. Yung mga nire-report ko daily, especially ng mga mods ko, kasi pinapasa nila yan sa akin, and then daily yan, nire-report ko din yan sa HQ. So, lahat ng concerns, yan, yung mga bugs, yung logs, lahat yan na kay Shenku. So, while nagta-transition pa tayo, siguro, aayusin na din nila yan. And then, kasi ang transition natin is, I think going to be 2 months. 2 months yung mangyayari. Yan. So, parang ngayon, ihahanda mo na yung paglipat ng mga accounts.
And yung isang concern na nakita ko kanina is yung tungkol sa iOS. To ano lang, to clarify lang, yung sa iOS po na 'di ba kailangan ilipat nyo, mag-LI pass binding din kayo before August 24. Pero kapagka hindi kayo nakapag-LI pass, yung lahat ng guest account is automatic siyang magde-delete. So, mawawala na po yun for iOS. Kasi very due to technical nature of Apple's app, transfer mechanics. Alam niyo naman na medyo maselan yan kay iOS. Then yung kay Samsung, meron pa yang ibibigay na update for Samsung and Huawei users. May ibibigay pa yan na update sa official website ng bagong publisher. Then, meron dong ibibigay na instruction for magi-start yun is 31 August naman and onwards. Pero huwag kayong mag-alala, kaming mga mods, i-assist namin kayo and tutulungan namin kayo dito sa Discord kung meron kayong difficulties doing those processes. Tapos, yung isa na sinasabi, yung new platform daw ba is optimized. So, possible. Possible naman siguro yun. Kasi, di ba, alam naman natin na yung hawak ni Shenku ngayon is yung 3-year-old DN2E, which is the China version. So, ililipat yung accounts natin dun sa mga sa bagong server platform. So, possible na ang kukunin niyang datas is yung nasa existing na. So, siguro ang magiging difference na lang yan is cap. Dahil since bago pa lang yung release natin, 60 level cap pa lang tayo, then yun pa lang siguro yung magiging progress natin in game. Pero possible na na optimize na siya kaysa dito sa existing natin kasi syempre yung progress ng 3-year-old DN2E is much better yun nasa China version. So mas yung mga early errors na na-fixan nila doon. Pero ang i-check pa rin nila doon is yung mga nai-report natin lahat na galing sa inyo na na-consolidate natin ang tapas ni Ma'am GM. Tapos, yung pang question, yung medyo na-stress ako eh. Paano kung mabind daw yung ng 20, dated 20, tapos nag-progress pa? Paano yung hanggang 24 kasama ba? Opo, yung pinakakukunin doon is latest record lang until 31. Yung 31 na date is yun yung start ng pagta-transfer ni Shenku doon sa bagong server. Pero yung progress mo, syempre kung ano pa rin yung latest. Kasi yung naman, yung LI pass transitions, yung LI pass requirement naman na hinihingi nila, that is just a ticket. Kumbaga, yan lang yung gusto nilang kuhanan ng info kung ano yung talaga yung active na account. So, yun. Yung isa pa, yung pinaka-last ko na siguro na item, yung patungkol dun sa yung sa mga maiingay daw na mga nagtitinda ng ng discounted dias. Kasi may nakalagay dito kanina na na tingin ko rin yan. ma-address din yan. Kasi yung to ensure that you continue play Dragon Nest Evolution using your existing account, yung data generated na mako-collect nila once you bind your account to LI Pass, kasama dun yung all players in-game activities, kasama dun yung chat data. So kung ano yung mga ginagawa mo lang doon, kung 10 days or 20 days na yung existing yung server, then ang ginagawa mo lang is sumigaw ng sumigaw, matitrace nila yun doon. So possible na pati iyon is ma-address na. Nakalas ko na yung sinasabi na meron bang babanggitin agad kung i-update ba? Siguro possible ito baka mag-maintenance tayo for one day or for basta isang day na magme-maintenance sila para ang gawin lang nila is to transmit lang yung mga nakapag-comply na dun sa requirement. Then yung ibang updates po is ibibigay namin yung ibang info once na maka-receive kami from dev team. Huwag kayong mag-alala kung ano man yung makukuha namin kaagad na details, i-share namin kaagad dito sa Discord. So, better update lang dito sa ating Discord. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Just let me address the concern of kay Leia. Kay Leia ba? Tama ba? So, she was asking if, firstly, what is the reason for the transition? So, ayun, as I've said, ayun nga, we want to be transparent with you guys. So, you want to know what's really happening behind the scenes. So, with the transition, actually, behind that, really, we don't know. We were just advised that we post something or we just post about the transition. Ayun lang. No explanation happened between, or siguro if ever meron, it's between Proxima Beta and with Shenko na lang. Kasi kami talaga, we just pass the message. Ganun lang yung nangyayari. Secondly, should we be expecting a drastic change in management? Mapapabilis ba o lalong babagal yung coordination? Guys, ang coordination ng mods and GMs with the devs is depende sa pag-answer ng devs. So, if wala silang ibibigay sa amin, wala rin kami mabibigay sa inyo. Ganon kabilis lang yun. Once na magtanong kami, pag wala silang answer, wala kami mabibigay. Pag tinanong namin sila, nag-follow up kami, pag binigyan kaming answer, sinasabi namin agad. Ganon lang kabilis yun. So guys, kung napapatagal yung pagbigay namin ng answer, that's because matagal din sila magbigay sa amin ng sagot. Okay? Walang walang delay doon or walang anything na kailangan after 3 days. Walang ganun. Walang ganun na nangyayari. So once na ibigay sa amin yung sagot, pasagad namin. Why? Kasi anong gagawin namin kung patatagalin namin yung sagot, 'di ba? Minamadali nga namin sila. That's why we are following up daily. Kasi gusto namin maibigay agad yung answer sa inyo. That's why kinukulit ko rin sila para mabigay ko agad yung answer sa inyo. So, if tinatanong nyo if mapapabilis ba o mabagal yung coordination, the coordination depends on how the devs answer. Okay? Third, like you said earlier, limited ang nagiging sagot nyo dahil sa limited din ang reply ng HQ. Would that change after transition? Magkakaroon ba kayo ng actual power to solve the problems rather than just be a messenger? No. Why? Kasi, yung power to solve the problems is kay dev nang gagaling. Sila nag-fix nun eh. So kami, kung ano yung concern nyo, nire-relay lang namin sa kanila so that they can be aware of what is happening sa community or what is happening in-game. As I've said, what we handle is the community. So kung ano yung concerns nyo, ano yung issues nyo, ayun yung pinapasa namin sa kanila for them to be aware na ganito na yung nangyayari, nagagalit ng community, they want answers. Ganon lagi namin sinasabi sa kanila. So if you're asking for the actual power to solve the problem, ang may hawak niyan is still the devs. Okay? So I'm just clarifying things, guys. Ha? Everything that you're asking for is lahat sa devs manggagaling, not from us. We just relay the message to them, and also, yung mga concerns nyo, nire-relay namin sa kanila. As much as possible, kung kukulitin ko sila daily, ganun ginagawa ko. Okay? Even the mods, halos papakina ako ng niyan daily, ng concerns, ng reports. Guys. Ganun kami ka-concern sa inyo. So, Kaya tinatanong namin kayo kung gusto niyo pa ba kami makasama kasi I've been reading some messages like kung mapapalitan na kami. You guys don't know how hard work we are doing right now para lang mabigyan kayo ng answers from the devs. Okay? Eto, may tinanong siya. After the transition, is there any definitive answer if there would be a new server being released? Or would it take weeks or months before a new one will be released? Would they just increase the capacity? Okay. Ayun na, sinabi ko na kanina, wala namang sinabi sa amin. Pero right now, ang priority is, ayun, yung transition. So, yung transition will take 2 months. So, let's expect between those, kung madadagdagan or baka ang dagdagan na lang muna is yung mga, sa current servers na lang yung capacity. Okay?
If I may, ma'am,
Ah,
yung
ha?
yung pinaka-focus po nung ating ini-explain ngayon is yung regarding dun sa transition. So, until 24, ang kailangan nyo lang pong gawin is mag-bind sa LI Pass. Kasi yun lang naman yung ticket para makalipat po kayo doon sa new server under Shenku publisher. And kung ano
Ah,
yung gagawin daw ninyo,
sige,
kailangan
sige.
kung ano yung gagawin nyo is tutuloy-tuloy nyo lang muna until matapos yung transition. Then kung ano yung magiging
Ito ba
updates,
yung question ni Nightblood?
Yes, ma'am.
hindi
Okay, sige, continue. Kasi,
nabasa ko.
ayun din sana sasagutin ko, eh, oo.
Hindi,
Kasi
yung nakita ko yung
masyado naman
bonus.
kayong kalma lang kayo guys. Puwede naman kayo maglaro. Puwede kayong maglaro within those transition basta just make sure na naka-bind yung LI pass niyo, ayun.
Tuloy lang muna
Ah,
until transitions ay matapos lahat yung transitions. Then kung ano yung mga magiging bagong updates and kung ano yung mga madadagdag na events is dun na yon sa may bagong server kapag natapos na yung transitions.
Bali kasi ito
okay, may
yung
question tayo
tinatanong
dito,
nila, madam.
ano, ah,
Yung kay
wait lang may
Nightblood.
question dito.
Sige.
Ana. Yun yung questions nila.
Yes, ma'am. Yung bali kasi parang
Yes. I think ano?
nag-iisip sila kasi 2 months transition, ang
Mhm.
tinatanong nila kung may mga during the transition, kung meron bang event habang nagta-transfer sa Shenku.
Wala kasing minention, eh. Wala rin namang minention sa'min. Although, they can continue playing. Pero events, I don't think na they will release any soon. For me, kasi ayun nga, I mentioned na, top priority is yung paglipat ng data, lahat ng players. Ayun, okey.
That is all for this video. I will upload the full uncut gathering convo shortly. See you guys in the next video. Take care.